It's day 19. There is a day 16, 17, and 18 video, but for some reason I cannot get them to upload. They keep airing out. Not really sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm hoping I can get them to upload at some point, or I might just re-record them. But it is day 19, and I just got done with a walk this morning. And when I was on my walk, I was listening to a podcast, which is what I often do when I'm on my walks. And someone smiled. I walked by somebody and someone smiled at me, and it caught me off guard. And I thought that was so strange. Like, why would somebody smiling at me catch me off guard? And as I started to think about it, I realized how often I personally am caught up in my own world. On my walks, I just wrapped up into what I'm listening to, that I'm not even paying attention to the world around me. And then that got me thinking. I was thinking back to, I grew up in Montana, and one of the things I always say about Montana, it's one of the friendliest places I've ever been. Everyone there is so nice, and I have such a fondness for it. In fact, I did summer stock theater to play at Fort Peck Summer Theater, and we used to live, or we would go into town, which was 20 miles away, to Glasgow. And on the drives, it was just common practice that when you were driving your car, you would just give a wave to the person that was driving, the opposite direction. And I loved that. It's one of my favorite things about Montana. And when I moved to California, I just out of habit would wave at people, and people are like, what? Like, most people ignored me. I just quickly got out of that habit. It started to feel foolish and dumb. Granted, we've been in California for 15 years. So like that's a long ago thing, but I do remember how much I loved that kind of connection with people, just a simple wave as you're driving. And I even kind of brought that story into California. Now, I'm not trying to like judge groups of people by any means, but I've always had the story that Montanans are the friendliest groups of people I know. And didn't even give Californians the credit, just because they didn't wave to me in the car or whatever. Like, busyness, it's just a different lifestyle, but everyone's so busy running from thing to thing to thing to thing and wrapped up in their own things, and you've got so much going on and constantly on the phone and working, and that was definitely my life too, for sure. And it just dawned on me this morning when somebody smiled at me that it was like, how often am I actually creating that lack of connection myself? That it's not other people necessarily doing it, that it's actually me. I'm the one that's being wrapped up in my world, and I'm not the one that's putting myself out there smiling or connecting with people. And I view myself as a very friendly person. So, but like just something so simple as being wrapped up into my own thing could make me not seem very friendly, for sure. Certainly not open to connection with the world. And it was just such a nice moment, that smile from someone else, that as I was thinking about this on my walk, I actually turned off my podcast and I was just thinking, and I started smiling at everyone I saw. And I just had such a lovely walk, and I came home so happy from it. And it was such a rejuvenating experience. And in this time where, with Vegas happening and other tragedies around the world, and you see all these amazing stories of humanity, of people coming together to get through these, to get through these experiences, these really traumatic experiences. And I was just thinking, like, what a difference it could make in people's lives if everyone like had that moment of connection, like to be taken out of whatever they're going through and just have a brief moment of a smile and a connection. And like, it may not change someone's life, but it's definitely going to affect someone, like not everyone might appreciate it, but somebody will, and you will make somebody's day, and you will pull them out of whatever they're going through, and they won't feel so alone. And so I actually am proposing a challenge to you, just to, it's a challenge I'm giving myself, kind of turn it into a game and see how many people I can smile at today and how many people I can smile at tomorrow, and make it my goal that I don't see a person and not make a connection and smile and make eye contact and just have that one moment of connection. Because I think if everyone was doing that, that could be such huge growth in unifying our country and unifying our world, and helping people feel less alone. So anyway, that's just what came up on my walk today, and I wanted to share it because I didn't realize how often I get caught up into my own thing, and I'm guessing some other people might be able to relate to that. So I hope you'll join me in trying to just make connections with people every single day and see what happens. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.